Hey friends, it's Lori Gagan. I am doing a how-to video here for anybody who's going to be working with the Augusta Hills Learning, Recreation, and Community Center and needs to be able to add or edit the calendar for the facility. This new calendar has been made available via the website, and it replaces the old Google Docs sort of old-fashioned calendar that we were using and typing events on. That couldn't really be shared and seen very easily. And it is replacing the use of Google Calendar also, and it's very, very flexible and customizable. So anyway, to get to the calendar, you can start out here on the website and just click on Calendar. And you'll notice right away that we've opened a second window or tab on the browser. And you can also go directly to the link you see up here in the address bar. You don't have to go through the website. So if you want to bookmark that on your device or whatever, you can do that. So here is what the calendar looks like. It's all been branded to match Augusta Hills. I want to point out that we can, or the facility can pay $50 a year and get rid of the banner ads, which I think would be a really nice idea if that money is available. But anyway, down at the bottom here is the menu to be able to change the settings, add events, things like that. Now, typically, a member of the public, when they come in, they're not going to be logged into the calendar. So this is what they will see as a member of the public. And if they click on any of these, they're going to have a password required to actually do those things. So this is pretty easy to use. You have a couple of different ways you can add events. You can just click on a date. You'll notice that they turn into links, or you can click down here to add or edit. I typically find it easier to just start with the date that I intend to add to. So let's say that we are going to do another dog obedience training on the 24th of October. So I would click on the date. It's going to ask me to log in. We will make sure we provide this password to anybody who needs it. Once you get logged in, you come right to the Add a New Event screen. Pretty straightforward. You're going to pick a date to start the event. If it's a one-day event, this will automatically be the same date, but you can do it over a longer period if that's applicable. I'll leave that for a one-day event. We put in the hours. Let's say this is going to start at 9:30 and be over at 11:30. And we're going to put in the event title. This is exactly what somebody will see on the calendar as a member of the public. So you want your title to represent what that program is. In this case, we're going to say dog obedience training. Category is required when we add an event, and that color codes it so that we kind of all can keep track of what's going on out there. We have rental options, a program option, and an option for just staff only. That would be for things like the board meetings, marketing committee meetings, things like that. This example that I'm doing would be a program. Now, event details are always going to be private. The only way anybody can see the event details is if they have that password. So what I'm suggesting we do is we go back up here to the event title, and if there's information that will help the public participate in that program, we are going to highlight that. I'm going to click back over here to the website under our programs and services. So on our website, you can see back in September we had a dog obedience training. I'm going to pop that up here. And what I'm suggesting is we blog any program, and we can keep going back to that blog link and put that in the details. So what I'm doing up here is I'm copying that link, going back to my calendar, and I'm going to put that link in here. In the event details below that, for internal use, maybe I'm going to say who is the programmer. So I would maybe put in that programmer's name, their phone number, an email address. The reason I think these details are helpful is if you put all of that detail in one place on this calendar, then everybody on the team has access to it and can answer questions, direct questions, things like that. That's just an example. I'm going to go ahead and create that as an event. And you'll see now it's on the calendar. I can edit it from this screen or I can delete it. But for now, I'm going to go back up here on the left and we're going to view it. It takes us back to the calendar. So here is the dog obedience training that I added. You can see we've got some other classes on the calendar. These other entries, by the way, are real entries. So I'm still viewing the calendar as an editor. I'm going to log out so you can see what it looks like to a member of the public. So now I've logged out. Everything is still here, but you'll notice those things that just a second ago I could link and see, I can't see as a member of the public. But the link that I added to our dog obedience training to go to the blog shows up. And I can click on that and get all the details. So the difference is these things that had links when I was logged into them had information in that details pop-up. This one has the link in the title of the program. So that's really pretty much it. There are lots of customizations we can make on here. So if there's something you would like to see differently, I'm more than happy to help with that. I guess the last thing I'll make a note of is this filter option. So as a member of the public, or even if you're using it, you can click on filter and change what you can see. If you only, member of the public might come in and say, I just want to see what the programs are. So you can see how it changes as I click. So if you've got different people in charge of different spaces, that might be helpful. Feel free to give me a call at the EDC if you need to, 636-3800, or you can email me. So thank you guys. We appreciate everything you're doing at Augusta Hills. Take care.